Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to our Surah series where we are going to explore Quran in depth and will apply its wisdom to our daily life in the modern day context. So today in this session, we are going to discuss Surah An-Nas, and this surah actually serves as our shield against the unseen dangers of the world, especially the whispers of Shaytan and the evils that penetrate our heart and mind. So, what we're going to address in this chapter, in this session, is what's the true meaning of protection in Islam, and how does Shaitan influence our thoughts and actions, and why is this surah the final chapter of Quran, and how does it complete the message of Quran? So, this surah is a powerful spiritual armor that is teaching us that no matter how intelligent or strong we are, we must always seek Allah's refuge against the hidden forces that work to mislead us, that always work against us. And I'm talking about Shaitan. So let's dive deep into the historical background, the key themes, and the deep meanings and the practical lessons to understand its full significance. And towards the end of the session, I'll tell you how you're going to apply the learnings of this chapter in your daily life also. So let's start with the background and the revelation context. So the Surah An-Nas is a Makkah surah that's revealed along with Surah Al-Falaq, and both surah together are called Al-Muawwidhatayn. That's the two protectors because they are used to seek Allah's protection. So I tell you what the exact meaning of protection in this surah. The Prophet Muhammad would recite this surah every morning in every salah, evening, and before sleeping. So every time the surah is recited by Prophet Muhammad. So if you look at or if I want to take one verse to start with, say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind. So that itself will tell you that this is about seeking refuge in Allah. See, the incident of magic of the prophet is what we're going to discuss first. A Jewish, sorcerer named Labid ibn al-Asam cast a black magic spell on the prophet by using his hair and comb. So he tied knots and placed them in a well, and causing fatigue, and then forgetfulness and weakness in the prophet. So that's a black magic. And then, Angel Jibril, the Malak, so came and revealed Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas as a cure. So that's the revelation context. And as the prophet recited each verse, one knot united, and finally he was completely, healed. So that's how the context of this surah. So the lesson is, even the prophet, the most beloved to Allah, sought Allah's refuge in crisis. So, how much more do we need it in our daily lives? So, think about this, and that's the context that you need to understand. So, I repeat that verse, say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind. So, if you see the overall meaning of this surah, Allah commands us to seek His protection, which means we cannot protect ourselves without Him, without His mercy, and without His help. So the king of mankind, who's that? Allah is the true ruler of humanity. All power, control, and authority all belong to him alone, and you worship him alone. So the God of mankind, only Allah deserves to be worshipped. All false gods are thereby rejected. And then from the evil of the retreating whisperer. So Shaitan whispers evil into your hearts and minds and ears, then retreats when we remember Allah. So the moment when we remember Allah, retreats. So who whispers into the chest of mankind? So these whispers can come from Shaitan, that the Satan and the Jinn, evil people who manipulate and corrupt us, corrupt our mind and our own desires. That's the nafs, which again pulls us towards the sin. So this is actually the true meaning of the surah. And from among the jinn and the mankind, evil whispers can come from both jinn and humans. Not all evils are supernatural. It can come from jinns and even the humans also. So that's also mentioned. So the key lesson here is that this surah teaches us that most dangerous attacks are not physical, but spiritual, because that's affecting our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And that is the most dangerous attack, actually. Now, the question is the key themes in Surah An-Nas. It's all about seeking Allah's protection, which is essential for every believer. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind. So we cannot fight Shaitan and evil forces alone. We need Allah's protection at any point of time. So just as we lock our doors at night for physical safety, that's exactly what we do. So similarly, we must recite the surah for spiritual safety. And I told you, spiritual attack is the most dangerous form than the physical one. So the lesson is make it a daily habit. Recite the Surah An-Nas after Fajr, Maghrib, and also before sleeping. So again, if I want to quote Surah Al-Ahzab, and rely upon Allah, and sufficient is Allah as the disposer of affairs. So that itself will tell you the importance again. So if you see, Shaitan attacks through subtle whispers. And this is a verse from the evil of the retreating whisperer. So Shaitan does not force us to sin. He only whispers and influences us. He makes wrong actions seem small and harmless until we become trapped in bad habits. So that the whispers you might get trapped in. And for example, at first, Shaitan whispers, it's just one missed prayer. It's okay. It's just a missed prayer. So take rest, something like that. Then Allah is forgiving, just pray later. Then finally, you are too far from Islam now. Don't even bother. So you see how it started with you just miss one prayer. It's very simple. That's the first whisper. And then see, Allah is forgiving. Just pray later. You can do that. And finally, you are too far from Islam now. So don't even bother now. So this is how it will be taken into. Now, the key lesson is whenever you feel tempted, this is what exactly happened. Say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. That means I seek refuge in Allah from shaitan. So shaitan runs away when we remember Allah. The moment when we remember Allah, it retreats. So indeed, the plotting of shaitan is actually weak according to Surah An-Nas. Now, evil can come from both jinn and humans, as I already told you, from among the jinn and mankind. Not all whispers come from shaitan. Sometimes people misguide us too. Our friends also, the toxic friends, present day scenario, the media, they influence us like anything. They can influence you badly and pull us away from Allah. So especially the society that you are living in this scenario, in the modern context. So you need to choose your friends wisely. Stay away from the toxic friends and disconnect from all bad influences, according to Surah Al-Kahf. And do not obey the one whose heart we made headless or heedless of our remembrance. So the lessons from the surahs: always seek protection from Allah. Don't think you can fight shaitan alone. Only Allah can protect you. That's the key lesson. And then be aware of evil whispers and mental attacks. Shaitan attack through negative thoughts, negative doubts, and creating laziness. So keep your mind strong by remembering Allah daily. And I told you, you can recite this verse, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim." That means you seek refuge in Allah. So be careful of harmful people in your life, the toxic friends. Not all harm come from jinn. Some people are just as dangerous as shaitan. So stay away from those who pull you towards the sin. And finally, strengthen your connection with Allah through dhikr. So the more you remember Allah, the less power shaitan has over you. The moment you remember Allah, they retreats. So Surah Ar-Rad, verily in the remembrance of Allah do herds find rest. Now, how can you apply this surah in life? Just follow these 4 steps. Recite the surah daily for protection. Be aware of shaitan's subtle risk and the whispers, and surround yourself with good people and strengthen your iman to resist any kind of negative influences. Surah At-Talaq is talking about, and whoever relies upon Allah, then he is sufficient for him. So, in conclusion, what I want to tell is Surah An-Nas is our greatest weapon against mental, spiritual, and emotional harm. So, shaitan and evil forces work towards or through whispers, but Allah is our refuge. So, when we trust in Allah and stay connected to Him, no harm can truly affect us. So, the question is, how do you protect yourself spiritually? Share your thoughts in the comment section. That's about this session. May Allah bless us all. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.